Now listen, everybody. We are experiencing some kind of disaster.
No, it's the end of days. Oh my God.
Something in the mist! Shut the doors! Shut the doors!
I don't know whether it's man-made or natural, but I do know that it's definitely not supernatural.
Nobody else heard that sound?
What sound?
I don't know. Like something was like pressing against the door.
But the only way we're gonna help ourselves is to seek rescue. We're going out.
You tie this around your waist?
What for?
It'll let us know you got at least 300 feet.
There's nothing out there. Nothing in the mist.
What if you're wrong?
Then I guess the joke would be on me.
It is time to take sides. The saved and the damned. Read the good book. It calls for blood.
Think something got in?
Guys, I hear something.
Don't you know the truth? We are being punished.
You try it. We have to get out of here.
Who knows how far this mist has spread?
It could be the whole world for all we know. Wouldn't make us any less dead.
Daddy, don't go. If something happens, cut and run. You can't go out. I won't allow it. Won't allow it?
It was them who brung down the final wrath upon us.
We want the board.
That's what brung down the wrath of God.
Promise you won't let the monsters get me.
Hey everybody, just got done watching 2007's The Mist, starring Thomas Jane, Toby Jones, Jeffrey DeMunn, Laurie Holden, William Sadler, etc. This is another Stephen King novella put to film by Frank Darabont, who of course gave us The Shawshank Redemption and The Green Mile. And this had a lot to live up to because of those two previous hits. And it does, for the most part, but we'll get to that. So, basically, it's set in New England, of course, Maine, and it basically, a freak storm brings about a mist that encompasses the whole town and beyond. And within the mist are hidden creatures. Very terrifying freaking creatures that will rip the skin off your... rip the flesh off you. And essentially a bunch of people get trapped inside a shopping market as a result. And the whole movie is their struggle and stuff like that. So it's a good thriller. It's a good suspense. There is some stunted dialogue at the start that I guess it's just trying to really start up and get into the flow of things, but it does feel a bit stunted at the beginning. But for the most part, this is an amazing movie. The creature effects are not particularly great. It's not that they don't look scary, it's just that some of the CGI kind of green screening is a bit cack, and it looks really on top. I mean, even when they have like Toby Jones, who's one of the workers at the shop, even when they have this scene where he jumps over, sorry, he plays Ollie. There's a scene where he has to jump over one of these monsters, and you can see him step over, but it looks so fake. And I found that really distracting, which is really sad for a 2007 movie. Otherwise, like I say, there was a lot of suspense. You really feel kind of trapped within this setting. And I've probably just played like the games like Dead Rising and stuff too much. It's very difficult when you're stuck in a shopping market and not immediately think, dude, supplies. Because it's the ideal setting in a way. But at the same time it's not, because there's like all this glass at the front of the shop, and that helps that fear of, you know, these monsters breaking through kind of thing. Unfortunately, I feel bad for anybody of any religion, because of course there's the kooky nut job who decides to scaremonger everybody into praising God and everything, and saying that basically it's the end of days. And it then later turns out that actually the military were the cause of this fog and the monsters, and some random off the cuff kind of throwaway line gets made about how the military have been trying to find portways to alternate dimensions and that, and I was just like, oh, where did that come from? And as a result they kill this guy from the military, and it's just like, dude. But yeah, no. This is 2 hours long, except for maybe the slow bit at the beginning. A good an hour and 45 of this movie is excellent. I did get a bit distracted on this watch through of it, but when I watched through it before, I was totally engrossed, and I really enjoy it. And it is not as good as The Green Mile or Shawshank Redemption, but this is a very different type of film, and you know, you can't really compare, say, two prison movies with this trapped environment, very different characters kind of thing. So yes, I say that the first hour and 45 minutes are excellent, good suspense. It's not all action and that. There is a lot of people talking and sitting around and doing nothing. So if you're looking for big explosions or that, it's not that kind of move. Oh jeez, sorry. It's not that type of movie. It is a slow burning suspense kind of horror thing. The reason why I say the first hour 45 are good is because the last 15 minutes, not so much. Seriously, if you ever want to piss me off, talk about the end of this movie. This is, I'm going to go into spoilers. I'm going to go into spoilers. So I will end this here. If you don't want to be completely spoiled, please, if you like thrillers and that, do check out 2007's The Mist. And especially if you like Stephen King stories, this is one of the better adaptations. But the end is not really an adaptation of the book, because it's completely different from the book, and it's mean-spirited and just okay, so 5 of them escape. The lead character, David, played by Thomas Jane, and his son, Laurie Holden's character, that I can't remember the name of, Jeffrey DeMunn's character, Dan, and an old lady that I can't remember the name of, and it's bugging me. And I don't know the actress that plays her. But they escape in David's car, and they keep driving for as long as possible, and the petrol runs out, and without any thought about what they're going to do, there's no plan to maybe try to make a dash for it, or I know they're out on the road, but there's no, like, we need to find out a plan. No. David picks up the gun and shoots all the other 4. And then in his fit of madness, kind of leaves the car. Literally seconds after he's left the car, the army turn up with flamethrowers, they're killing all the monsters, there's trucks with survivors in, including Carol out of The Walking Dead, who left the shop earlier. It's just, and I don't have an issue with depressing endings. Okay, I want to make this clear. I do not have an issue with that. I get what it's trying to do. And earlier in the film, David made a promise to his son that he would never let the monsters get him. So, I get that he's trying to keep that promise and that. But these people have been fighting this whole movie. And then just without any thought. Any thought whatsoever. No consideration. Just look at each other. Bam. And I'm like, what? I mean, the book's ending is questionable and there's no real closure in that. But it's just so much better. But the problem is, my main problem with this ending is it feels so rushed. It's like they didn't know what to do once the people left the shop. And they knew it couldn't have a happily ever after. So they were just like, what do we do? Oh, we have this gun. Oh, conveniently there's only 4 bullets when there's 5 people left. Let's get him to shoot all of them. And it pisses me off no end. And like I say, this gets to me, and I know I've actually talked about this section for quite a while now. From a movie that I enjoy, that I would recommend to anyone, to then go, this shit end. It's just, you know what? It's like playing Dungeons and Dragons, Ghouls and Goblins, or whatever one it is. No, yeah, that's it. It's like playing Ghouls and Goblins, getting to the end, and then finding out that you have to replay the whole thing again to find out that it's, to find out what the true ending is. It's like that. It's like Frank Darabont has turned around and go, you know what, I just can't be asked. Fuck you. And that's it. And so, yeah, just, I love this film except for the end. And unfortunately the end is a big part, because you want to see what happens to these characters. And it's difficult because I know what they're trying to do. I do. But it's just so mean-spirited and lazy. And that's my problem with it. So, yeah, just, if you like Frank Darabont's other work, be it in movie or TV, then do. Watch the start. For the most part, it's a good movie. If you can get past the ending, please do. Just, for every other reason, I recommend it. But, yeah, just check out 2007's The Mist. That was tonight's movie. I'm not sure what tomorrow's is yet, so fingers crossed it doesn't piss me off so much. But for now, this is Sketch, signing out.